I'm happy to send a deposit so you know we are serious and we're not going to back out.
Okay, let's speak a bit later about this. Check your flights, and I'll be back home like in 1 hour, I think.
Okay, yeah, no worries.
And we can speak, right?
Okay, bye, Addy.
Okay.
Ta-ra, mate.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Cheers.
We've just bought a van.
Oh, God.
That we've bought the van.
Yeah.
Hello, YouTube.
Hello.
It's been ages since we've made a video. We've been watching a lot of YouTube recently, and we realised that not everybody follows us on Facebook and Instagram, and some people just watch us on YouTube, just like we just watch people on YouTube.
Yeah.
And we realised that people might not have seen what's happening or what's going on, and
we wanted to give a bit of an update and maybe make a few more videos on here. Yeah,
because it's a really good community. We've learned a lot from YouTube, and before we went travelling, we were inspired a lot by people on YouTube, and I don't know, if just one person decides to go on a camper van cooking adventure, then plus my nan watches these on a smart TV, and Grandad, hello. I'll come and mow the grass soon, don't worry. Right, I've got to try and do an update now, and we've talked about this, and this could go on for hours, so if I start waffling or too much detail, you can whack me, or you can nudge me like that, or you can just tell me.
Okay.
I'll do top level view. If you want to know more information about what's happened and what this is or what that is, just put a comment below. I'll reply, I'll definitely reply, and we might incorporate it into our next video.
Okay.
Where do we start?
Maybe last summer? Summer 2021? Or winter, even before?
Winter.
When we were in Morzine?
We went to Morzine with our Amarok and our pod. Yeah. That's where we did the vehicle tour of the pod and the Amarok.
Yeah.
Absolutely loved it. Really loved it.
We loved the pod.
It was really difficult camping when it got below -15. Up until that point, everything was great, but once it got to -20, it was tough. We learned a lot about winter camping. We enjoyed the challenge.
Yeah, we had a great time.
Yeah.
Good time in Morzine.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, enjoyed being in the pod. It was a great vehicle.
Super cosy, super
to
warm.
be in for winter. But then we decided to come back.
We came back and we thought we needed like a little bit of a base.
Yeah, to have a base.
Because we had to decide if we were going to stay in France and apply for French like citizenship eventually because of Brexit, or we come back to the UK. And we decided that if we stay in France, you know, that'd be great. We've got jobs out there. We can work out there. We'll maybe, you know, maybe get a little apartment out there, carry on doing the van travels there. We're close to all these countries in Europe. But then you know, it was like,
well, it was a difficult decision.
It was. Or we could come back to the UK, would be near friends and family, and you know, family is obviously important to everyone.
So we decided eventually on the HQ.
We did. We thought if we're going back to the UK, it's got to be worth it, and we've got to do something. We can't just hover around picking up little work here and there, meander. So we thought we'll set up this HQ. So, oh God, where'd you go with this?
Yeah. So we are renting a bit of land.
We've rented a bit of land from our friends. It wasn't being used, so we had to get tree surgeons in to get the trees removed. We then had to get the tree stumps out and get them removed. Heavy duty work, something that we couldn't do ourselves, and it was quite dangerous. It was then quite wet and boggy, so we had to get some drainage put in, dig trenches, and we were waiting for it to dry out. And we were hoping it was going to dry out last summer, and maybe through winter, you know, the ground will start settling and getting hard. We went away last winter, we went and worked in Morzine. We decided that we weren't going to live in a vehicle and work full time because it's just such hard work, especially with Rupert and everything else. So we rented a little apartment. It was lovely.
Yeah.
We had unlimited water. We had electric that didn't need...
A toilet with a door.
A toilet with a door.
We don't have to
you didn't have to watch me wait. Yeah, just little stuff. We didn't have to fill up our water to have a shower. We didn't have to check what the solar or the leisure battery was doing so we could charge stuff. It was just nice. But we felt like we did miss
being in a vehicle. And the camper.
We missed the space and open, and Mother Nature's back garden's better than a little balcony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we came back from Morzine.
We had a Hiace. We bought a Hiace.
Yeah.
Which was supposed to just be. We sold the pod.
Well, yeah, you've mentioned that, haven't you? You've sold the pod.
We took the Amarok out.
Yeah.
we came back, we had this Hiace because we thought we still need a camper van, and this is quite a good camper van. I know it's not Volkswagen, it's not a Synchro, but we thought it's great. We love it. It's 4-wheel drive, automatic, air conditioning, sits 7 with seat belts, has a compressor fridge, really nice to drive, really comfortable, 3-litre turbo. I could go on for ages about this Hiace. I will do a video about it. Yes, I am waffling. This was just going to be our camping vehicle, and the HQ we were going to have like a Shepherd Hut or an Airstream. We looked at Airstreams.
Yep.
We get back to the HQ and the ground was still wet and boggy.
It's not ready.
So we thought, let's come back to it at the end of summer. Let's go and do some work. Did some work, went to Sussex, swam in a river. Brilliant, lovely.
Another lovely time.
Yeah, great. Got back to HQ, kind of tail end of summer. After the heat waves, thought, right, it's going to be dried out now. Everything's going to be ready. We got there, the ground looked pretty hard, looked pretty good, overgrown. Spent a couple of days trimming it all back, moving the logs. Really got excited, actually. We were like, right, this is it now. Next week, we are going to have a Shepherd Hut, and life's going to start there. But before we bring a Shepherd Hut in...
A good test would be to drive the Hiace down there.
And I wanted to test the 4-wheel drive on the Hiace as well. So we drove the van down, and it slowly started sinking.
So, not an ideal place to put a Shepherd's Hut.
No, not unless we want a house.
Not yet.
The Leaning Tower of Pisa in North Wales. The Leaning Shepherd's Hut of Wales.
Yeah.
It would have been a tourist attraction. So we have to wait for that.
Anyway,
land.
so we need to wait.
Long story.
Still waiting.
We still want to go ahead with it, but what we can't do is put our life on hold whilst we're waiting for it to dry out. So let Mother Nature do its thing. Yeah. We've got a plan for it to dry out. We've got some specialist expert in who's looking at it. I'm excited. It's still going to go ahead, but we can't do it over winter.
We're just going to wait.
So we were like, right.
In the meantime,
I've been writing this book about camper van cooking adventures, and I just recall how many good times we've had and how brilliant it's been, and I just feel like
we wanted to go back a bit, didn't we?
We miss it,
and we missed the van.
Miss it. So we did a trial run, living in the Hiace. We went down to Sussex, living in a van, doing the whole thing in a van. It was great, loved it. Loved being back in the van, loved the simplicity of it. Actually really enjoyed being in this van with the windows all around, lovely. But we've come to the conclusion that it's probably just a little bit small now for us, because we know what we like, and after having the Amarok, what on earth can you have? We kind of want a shower.
Yeah, this is a cool van, but it's just not big enough for us to live in. I
don't want to shower outside anymore. When we showered in like Sweden, it was like -20. We had to build a fire to stand next to the fire whilst we showered outside. Too cold.
Look at the rain now.
Yeah. And we like, I like going for a wee behind a closed door now. Don't know about you. Do you?
It's a nice luxury.
Yeah, it is. Carrying more water, more battery capacity, loads of stuff. Just a little bit more of everything.
So we've decided
we're going to get a new van. Whole story about what van to go for and why we'd go for such and such van, all the different options we looked at. Again, ask a question if you think we consider something else. But I found a van.
There was a van that we both liked.
It's a unicorn van. Yeah. It is a Mercedes 2-1 4x4. A unicorn.
Where is the van, Mike?
It's a good. You asked me that when I sold you this van. I told Steph, don't worry, this van, we can fit a shower in there. We can go anywhere. We can fix it anywhere. It's really simple, really easy to fix. Parts are quite well easy to get by. It's been driven to Japan and back across Mongolia. It's very reliable. It's got lots of attitude. It's retro. It's got character, which we love. And it's not too big, so it can still fit in a parking space, but it's not too small. We can still fit in a shower. We can fit in a container if we want to go to America. It's got everything we could possibly want. And it's for sale, which they're never for sale.
But
where's the van, Mike? The van's in Romania. Now, if you're not from Europe, or you bunked off in geography, Romania is in far east of Europe, really, and this is East Romania, not West Romania. It's about 1,900 miles away from here. What, 2,500 kilometers, 2,800 kilometers, something like that. So I'm flying out tomorrow to. I've given a guy in Romania a big deposit. We did a video call with him. It is a van.
Guy.
Lovely guy, amazing guy, and I just kind of want to meet him as well because he's really cool. He drove his family to
his
Japan.
Wife, his kids.
Loads of travel stories. Just amazing guy.
A lot of trips.
And it just felt like we're taking on the baton from him to own this van, and I feel very privileged to be able to do that. Very lucky.
Excited.
Yes.
About getting the van.
Yes.
But you're flying out to Romania tomorrow.
Correct.
And then you have to drive back in the van without it breaking down, without being arrested, and without your gallbladder going pop. We haven't mentioned.
No.
Your Mike's been poorly.
Yeah, I haven't been very well. And they think it's my gallbladder. Got to cut it out, remove it. But I say better to get rid than, you know, if it's looking dodgy, whoop it out.
Whoop it out.
Like we did my appendix. The fact I had my appendix out before we went travelling meant it couldn't burst on the road. So yeah, if I'm having problems with my gallbladder, whoop it out. Hopefully I'll be well again.
If in doubt, whoop it out.
Steph. Right. So basically with this gallbladder thing, sometimes I just get really, really ill and I have to go to hospital. I usually get morphine. They do some tests on me to make sure I haven't got a blockage and nothing's really dangerous. It usually isn't, and it means that I just have to wait 5-6 hours and I'm all back to normal. But those 5-6 hours is just incredible pain, and only morphine touches the sides. I've got to make sure that doesn't happen on this trip, and there's no guarantee, but I know if I really am careful with my diet and I'm really careful with what I do, I should really limit the risk. And it is 4 days, and if I don't go now, I'd have to wait till I'm had my operation, I'm recovered after my operation. There might be complications after my operations. I might not be well after it might not fix the problems I'm having. So
now is the time.
It's the only time. And life is for living. You've just got to go for it. YOLO, throw it out there, go for it. So that's what I've got to do. And my operation is on the Wednesday, which means I've got to go out there, drive it back, and then I'll be back here on Monday or Tuesday, and then I've got to drive back to Chester.
Booked into the hospital.
And whoop it out, get the surgery, get it done. Is that it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, right.
Need to make it back alive.
I'm going to be posting a bit on Instagram and Facebook about this. I might do some stories or reels or whatever like that. And we're going to try and keep our YouTube content regular. We might actually try and make it a proper channel now. We've had lots of good things happen to us because we've done social media. We've met incredible people. We've met inspiring people. We've had lots of help from people. We've worked with people because of it. It's only brought us good, to be honest. And you know, like everything's got its, you know, corner of the world where it's not going to be nice. But overall, social media has been great to us, and we just want to carry on. And we're just going to do it. And they might not be great videos. It might not be that regular, but we're going to
give it a go.
Yeah, give it a go. Have a go at it.
Yeah.
So watch me and Steph get a van, convert it, and let's get back to proper camper van cooking it. I want to drive to like Greece, and I want to learn more about Greek food. I want to cook somewhere there on a beach or on the cliff tops. I want to try things I haven't tried before. I want to drink things I haven't drank before. I want to cook with people I've never met before. I want to have meals at sunset. I want to have a coffee at sunrise. I want to really go for it, and I want to like us to really, because we've never been happier when we've done that. That's it.
Yeah.
Thank you very much to everyone who's lasted this far in the video. Don't know how you've managed it. Well done. Thank you everyone who's subscribed to us over the years. I really do appreciate it, honestly, and I know how lucky we are to have subscribers. A lot of people out there are really trying hard to get subscribers, and I know it's really hard. We're just going to keep making videos and being ourselves, and everyone who supports us, I really appreciate it. Genuinely, it's when we're having tough times, and we've had some tough times recently, it's really nice to know that people are still rooting for us. So
thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, we'll have a supper club at the HQ when it's ready. Yeah, we'll invite people. Yeah. All right.
All right. Bye.
Goodbye.